There is no wood in Thailand that can make a skateboard because there are so many people that want 10 boards or 2 boards or 3 boards or whatever. So many.
I just sat on a scooter for an entire hour, outside of Bangkok, going to meet up with this dude that makes skateboards, but he just does it in his home. So it's like in-house home production, if you will. Let's go check it out. Sounds pretty cool to me.
Yes, you heard right. This guy makes skateboards in a house that he renovated and transformed into a small skateboard factory. It might in fact be the smallest one in the entire world. So I took the time to go out and see what the factory's like, talk with the owner about some things, how he started up, what the process of making boards is like, amongst other things. I hope you enjoy the video. I don't know if you would just like to start by like introducing yourself. Like, yeah, tell me a bit about you. Like how'd you get into this whole thing?
Jody Ford. I started a skateboard company called Made in Thailand Skateboards, MIT Skateboards. I'm South African and I moved to Thailand when I was 21 years old. But I always loved skateboarding since I was 12 years old. Always. I had a Thai friend that we decided like, oh, why is there no skateboards being manufactured in Thailand? And then that's how this whole MIT Skateboards came. Like, let's look at YouTube videos. Let's figure out how to do this. And now my whole life is here in Thailand, me and my missus.
I was gonna ask you like what is behind like the name MIT, but you said Made in Thailand. So
I'm gonna be truthful. Obviously, I came up with MIT because I wanted people to know it was made in Thailand skateboards. It's not coming from overseas, whatever country from overseas you're manufacturing it in. It is all made here. Since we are the first in Thailand, I just wanted it to be MIT. Everybody knows when you have this label on, it's made in Thailand. But then my wife also said to me like, do you know MIT in Thai means mit, friendship. Mit means friendship. I was like, oh, that's so perfect. I wish I came up with it by myself.
Friendship skateboards.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. Why don't you tell me about how long you guys have been doing this?
In the first few years, me and my partner, he had a house that he wasn't using. We were tying tile in air in this house for a year before we like managed to sell our first board. Maybe another 4 years, and then me and him separated. 8 or 9 years now, 2015. We 10
years.
10! What? Whoa, I just actually realizing this as I'm talking. This is crazy.
You've kind of shown me all like the different rooms here, but why don't you take me through the process of like how you guys make the boards, like from the first room with all the plies and then to like the ending where you like where you put on the graphics and stuff. For
sure. So first we do is we 7 layers in the board. We cross lay it so it can be strong. We have a long grain, short grain, long grain, short grain. So we glue in the first room as we laminate. This is a new word I'm trying to use. We put it back into the wood room where we have to cure. It's called curing, where the wood and the glue becomes one. So you have to leave that for like 7 to 14 days before you can cut, because it's not going to be strong enough. It's just going to delaminate. But with us, if that ever happens, free board immediately. Never going to happen. But yes, we will claim 100. We'll move to the cutting room. Cutting room, you'll see the CNC machine, which helps me because you'll see the cutting room and the sanding room are next to each other. And so when I put the uncut board, the one that's been pressed, finished, put it in there, the CNC will do it automatically, cut and drill while I sand in another room. So I'm able to do a 2-man job with just one person. You know what I mean? Because normally it's one person has to cut it, drill, and then the other one is sanding. So I can just literally just be me doing both jobs and in the same amount of time. And yes, it costs a bit of money, but time is money. Like, you have to cut down as much time as you can do, especially when you're doing many other things. After the sanding, we will take it to the spraying room. But before we can spray, we have to put the lacquer on. It's like when you paint a house, you have to put the primer on, one coat of layer first before you put the real color on. So it can be like the color can stay on the wall, or it can have that thickness of like the color. So we do that with skateboarding as well. We have to put the primer layer first because that protects the wood before we do the lacquer. And then when we put the heat transfer, the graphic, it helps the heat not to burn the wood because that primer layer is there. And it's all you learn from trial and error. One company has been very instrumental in giving much knowledge. They're from America and been very helpful. It's Drifters Manufacturing in America. If you ever need a board in America, I swear to God, just go to them. I say instrumental because I asked one question and he answered one question. And for me, there was so much knowing, because there was not much information on the internet back then how to make a skateboard. And all we could find was just small YouTube videos. But even if you make a YouTube video about making a skateboard, you're not going to show every process, because you have to keep, details that you know.
Where do you guys usually get the wood from? You were mentioning that the cost of import is quite expensive here in Thailand. So how does that all work with getting the wood here and coloring the plies, all that?
There is no wood in Thailand that can make a skateboard. You can make a surf skate, but you cannot make a skateboard. In Thailand, they have wood like rubber wood and stuff like that. It can be a surf skate because you're not jumping downstairs. You're just cruising. So you can use that wood. But for skateboarding, especially when kids are jumping down 10 stairs or even 5 stairs or 2 stairs, you need proper wood. So we get our wood from Canada, Canadian maple. 100% every sheet, 7 of the sheets are Canadian maple, and it costs a bit of money to import it. We are still able to make a business out of it with even those costs happening. So
did it take a while for you guys to perfect this and figure out all the different processes and make it as efficient or as good as it is now?
I would say a year, but obviously when I say a year, could either be 15 months or could be 10 months. Man, the first board we made, my partner just made it and he showed me. I was like, oh, it looks so beautiful. And then 10 minutes later, he's like, it's broke. I was like, what? Because he never let it cure. We didn't know about curing. We didn't know that just after you press, you have to leave it for 7 or 2 weeks to cure. To dial it down to where it is, it took us 3 years to get to where it is. And to where I am now, it's that's 10 years.
I feel like what I've been exposed to, at least, is I've always seen those bigger skateboard productions. When it comes to board manufacturing stuff around the world, obviously you have the PS sticks, you have BBS and stuff over in the US. There's a big manufacturing company in Spain that makes a bunch of different boards for shops and stuff around Europe. You could call this somewhat of a smaller manufacturing production place. And how is it doing it here? Is it difficult at times? Yeah. What do you have to say?
It's all difficult. There's nothing easy. There's a reason why nobody makes skateboards in Thailand. You have like you said, you have the big manufacturers, but luckily for me, I specialized in custom orders. And my business model is around custom orders, not around mass manufacturing. I have the machines to mass manufacture. I just need to get 2 new people to do that, then we can mass manufacture, no problem. But mine is, I've always focused on I cannot compete with that market. That is, yeah. But I can compete with, if a customer wants 1 board with their own graphic, or 10 boards with their own graphic, or they want this whole wall design with this whole family portrait, or with a kid who wants to feel like he's a professional skater with his own band, his own, I can give you all of that, and that's what I specialize in. Yeah, so I get my customers based on that, and not worrying about competing with the mass production of whatever, because there are so many people that want 10 boards or 2 boards or 3 boards or whatever, so many. If you look at the proportion of people that want a custom board compared to wholesale, it's I'm lucky that I've perfected the way of giving options to the customer. If they want 1, if they want 10, if they want this, I'm very.
Do you still plan on expanding the operation, or do you want to keep it more local and more just to the custom orders, or do you want to expand it to more international perhaps?
I did have a test run on what it is to expand. I was during COVID, I was getting orders beyond orders. I made it, but the toll it took on the way I was shouting. But I saw yes, I'm getting so many orders, but I am losing it. There's no go. There's no go. This thing is surviving by itself. We get customers coming, we get whatever. It is surviving. Everybody's happy. Everybody's chilled. My wife was happy. I will never go back. I don't want to go back to that. I do, because I feel like I'm more mature now that I can handle that. But during COVID, I was not expect that amount of customers to come every month.
Sometimes you really just have to go through hell to like come out on the other side and figure out that that's not it, and that's not what gives you the spark of making this.
I wanted it.
That's just really how it is sometimes, man. I know that you said all of this about like not wanting to expand too much and all this, but how many boards do you reckon you guys could make here? Like would you say you have like an hourly like rate? Like how many boards a week you guys could make in this place? I don't know. Let's say if you just got a massive order or something like that.
Me full time, uncle full time. We can do we have 2 machines. You can press 20 boards a day. I can cut 20 boards a day. I can sand 20 boards a day. Times 30, that's 600.
600 boards in a month. I know you used to run the company with your business partner / friend. I don't know if you want to like really go into detail about what happened. You're welcome to if you want. But at least like, did you learn anything from separating and like kind of just starting this whole thing over by yourself? Like, was it kind of demotivating? Like,
whatever answer I give is gonna be biased. We have to start there, like, because it's coming from my own perspective and not his perspective. So we started this in 2015. I think it came to like 2019 or 2020, just as COVID hit. This is my memory. I just said to him, like, listen, I think we need to separate like the skateboarding and the surf skate, because I think like we've been working together for too long. And in his house, this is his house, whatever. And I think that we need to separate, because it's too long together, just working in one place, me and you. And I'll do under the same name of MIT. I'll do the surf skates, and you do the skateboards. And he was shocked by that, because he didn't expect something like that to be said. I'm not gonna put nothing on him. Whatever, we separated. I kept the name of MIT, and he kept the machinery. When I had to move was very hard. It's gonna cost me over $1 million in baht. Okay, guys, baht. There's not dollars to like start a new production line and get wood coming.
Would you say you have any advice to anybody like wanting to start something like, or like at least just like start up a company or something like that? Would you have any advice for anybody out there?
My advice is the less money you use, the better. If you get an investment, if you get a loan, so much stress. I have to pay this back. I have to keep my reputation. I have to I don't want this person to look at me like I can't. I promised him the world. Not the world, but I at least promised him I'll pay that $50,000 that he gave me back. And I can't do that. So what are you ever going to achieve if you can't even do that? So just try and do something with the least time. Just do it with the least amount.
That's pretty much the end of my questions here. So I'd just like to say thank you very much for answering all those and going into depth with some of them. Thank you so much for showing me around this lovely place that you have here. Yeah.
No worries, brother. You are always welcome anytime you want to come. It's not even your country, and you just made it work. That's crazy.
Of course, man. Of course. No, I appreciate you having me. Real quick, do you want to tell if there's anybody out there that wants to make a custom order of boards? Do you want to tell them how they can do it with you?
I can't compete with shipping prices, brothers.
Let's say if it's just somebody in Thailand.
In Thailand, oh sure, it's only Instagram. If you want anything, just send me a message. We can talk. Free to talk. Whatever. Even if you don't even know what you want, we can just talk in the messages. You don't have an idea, you want to talk to me, just talk and we can create an idea together. It's that easy in the DMs. So just DM MIT Skateboards, and if you want whatever, we're chilling.
If you're in Thailand. Thank you so much. Ooh, that was a good one.
And we got the mic there.
Got the mic right there. Appreciate it.